Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the Dark Souls Remastered All Bosses walkthrough. We've just beaten Nito in the Tomb of the Giants, and we're going to be heading towards our final Lord Soul. However, I decided to do a little bit of a bonus section here ahead of going into the Demon Ruins, because there is one entire area that we have not gone to yet, which is Ash Lake. And I've explained it a couple of times in previous playthroughs up to this point. Previous episodes up to this point of why we didn't go there earlier, because you can see we're in Blighttown right now at the very bottom in the swamp, and it's because when you don't have the Lord Vessel you have to climb all the way back out of this area, and it's miserable. So I tend to wait until we have the Lord Vessel and we're able to teleport and yeah, just make things easier. Another reason that's good to come here now is we can progress Siegmeyer's quest line, so that we can try to finish his quest, because his is definitely one of my favorites in the game. We all love Onion Bro. So he's over here. After you see him at Firelink, you're like, oh, I'll be heading down below soon. And he's going to ask you for some purple moss clumps. We're going to say yes, so make sure that you have some in your inventory. He gives you his shield. Perfect. And that's all you really need to do to progress him on. Alright, there is an item way back there you can grab if you want. I'm going to ignore it. We're not really here for item grabbing. We're here to show you a whole new area. Alright, so as you come up this route, we're now going to be entering the Great Hollow, which is this giant tree. So you get this item here and you think, oh, well, that's all there is, but let's go ahead and use a moss clump. We're done with the poison, but there is an illusory wall right here for a chest. Grab this, Twin Humanities, awesome. Okay, that was the secret. Oh, JK. There's another illusory wall. So yes, now we are in the Great Hollow. Drop down here. We have ourselves a bonfire right at the top. Alright. This place is a freaking maze. You can see there's just so many branches and things that you can traverse through. So, excuse me if I don't remember where every item is or how to get to them. But more than anything, I just wanted to show you what this area is all about. Now, one of the things that we are going to want to get is that item right there, because that is a ring. It's a very good ring if you don't want to use the Grass Crest shield, but you want the same effect. This ring allows you to do that. Alright, so let's see if I remember how we get there. Okay. Sorry, like I said, I'm struggling to remember exactly where we want to go. I usually don't come down here on a casual playthrough, so there's that. Okay, I think we should be good to drop down here. Nope. Oh, but that worked. Wow. Alright, don't try that at home. I don't think that was the intended way, but regardless, we got the Chloranthy ring. So, like I said, the Grass Crest shield gives us boosted stamina recovery speed. The Chloranthy ring does the exact same thing. So if you want to use a different shield but still get that stamina boost, then that is the ring for you. Alright. Oh, sick. Okay, we survived. Sometimes 60 frames per second likes to screw us over in this game, as this game was originally 30 FPS when it was designed, so sometimes the frames can the higher frames will kind of screw you over when it comes to movement. But we're alive. Alright. Let's come back over here real quick. item up here we can grab. Oh, come on, don't do it. There we go. Titanite chunk. Alright, we got some basilisks in here, so be very careful, don't get cursed. We're here much earlier than the game intends us to be, so we're going to be one-shotting pretty much everything, except for some enemies lower down in the area. Alright, right there is where the Chloranthy ring was, so you're able to drop down out of there to here if you want to. And if you need to get all the way back up, then there's the path for you. Alright, continuing on. Alright, crystal lizard. We're going to drop down and see if we can get it before it disappears. Yeah, let's go. We've done that a lot. Oh, we still haven't gone back and finished upgrading our Black Knight Greatsword. Maybe we'll do that after this. Alright, ladder. All the way down here, there is a couple of items over there that you can grab. Again, this is not a item showcase on this episode, so I won't be taking the time to do so. Plus, honestly, I'm not the best person to give a guide in this area because I hardly ever come here. Alright, got more basilisks down here. Oops. Get over here. I think it's just the two. Yeah, okay. I'll come back to this ladder. Beautiful. Alright, down we go into the depths of the Great Hollow. Now, down here there's going to be a bunch of mushroom boys. You'll remember them from Darkroot Garden. The babies aren't anything special, but it's the adults that you need to watch out for. They will just cream you, so be careful as you're going through. Ooh, no, we just died. I'm telling you, those frames, they like to screw with you. So annoying. Alright, back down we go. Alright, let's try this again. Love how you can see the shadows through solid floor. I'm going to take things nice and safe this time. Not going for any shortcuts. Hello, mushroom. Ouch. Alright, parents are getting angry. They're going to start coming up those mushrooms. So we'll take a shortcut over here. Big punch. Ooh. And follow up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is bad. Oh, this is very bad. Ooh. There's just so many of them. How did you get down here without dying? Now, you can funnel them into this part. And just take them out one at a time, but they're not even worth killing in my opinion. Alright, get ready for one of the coolest moments of this entire game. I'm going to mute my mic. so freaking cool. So yeah, this is Ash Lake. We got a bonfire over here we can rest at, so we don't need to do all that again. If you do come here earlier when you're in Blighttown, just don't rest at this bonfire, and you'll be okay. Otherwise, you gotta make that entire journey back up, and it is just miserable. Alright, so as you can see over here, there is a Hydra. If you want to know how to fight a Hydra, you can watch my Darkroot Garden episode. We're not going to take the time to fight him because, yeah, no fun. I don't like fighting them. I know there's only 2 in the whole game and they don't respawn, but I just, yeah. If you don't fight this one, it's going to fly over the water, like over the beach at some point. It's pretty freaky. See if it decides to do it. There's also clams from oh, here it goes. You want to get behind something to protect you as it does this. Yeah, the clams from Crystal Cave, they're here too. Oh, I forgot there's an item down here we'll grab real quick. There's a number of dragon skills you can grab in here, and any that you've gotten throughout the game, you're probably wondering what they're used for. They are used for a covenant that we're actually able to join here in Ash Lake. Alright, a little entryway here into this tree. Be careful, there is another adult mushroom in here and some basilisks. Follow up? No. Nice, staggered. Follow up? Yes, there we go. Easy. Alright. Alright, be very careful as you're walking out here. This is a narrow tree root. Another basilisk. Now, before you continue on that, wait, well, yeah, it is over here. Okay. As we're coming over here, you can see this little open tree root that we can just ever so slightly drop down into. And then up we go. For an item. And it's a miracle. And back up we go. Out through the same way. Now, if you don't kill the Hydra, it will be a little bit of a pain on this next part to just avoid its ranged attacks. Oh, this stupid camera. The amount of times I've died from the camera right there. But yeah, you can will definitely avoid the Hydra for the most part. Alright, along we go on this beach. Ash Lake doesn't have any bosses, or, I mean, I guess you can count the Hydra as a mini-boss. Yeah, there's nothing crazy important here by any means. Although Sigmar's quest does end here, so it is good to know where you're going here to be able to get the reward from the end of his quest. Alright, as we come up here, we are going to meet with an ancient dragon. So cool looking. As we get closer, it's going to open its wings. Boom. So freaking cool. This bonfire is already lit. I'm going to rest at it. And now we can join this covenant. We get the dragon headstone and the dragon eye. The dragon headstone, if you don't know, that turns you into a dragon itself. You have to take all your armor off. Now, one thing you can do is come to the tail of the dragon. This doesn't make it aggro towards you or anything. This dragon will never like attack you. But as is the case with all dragons in this game, you can get a sword from cutting their tail. Yes, if you want to rank up in the Covenant, you'll just need to give it dragon scales. That's what you'll do for it. So yeah, there you go. There is Ash Lake. Now we will go ahead and warp to where is it at? Daughter of Chaos. So this is with Quilana. And we will now move forward into the Demon Ruins. Alright, before we leave here, we're going to be doing something very important. We're going to be consuming a ton of humanity. So right now we're at 3. We're going to consume 27 more. You heard that right. Boom. Alright, we're going to enter her covenant. And to rank up in this covenant, you have to offer humanity. So we're going to go ahead and do the max, do that 30. 30 is what you need to rank up all the way. And the reason we're doing this, I haven't really done anything covenant-wise up to this point. The reason why is this is related to Solaire's quest line. We're going to be seeing him a little bit later on in the Demon Ruins. And if you want his good ending, then it's very important that you do this. You have to offer up 30 humanity, rank up all the way, get that pyromancy spell, and that will allow you to do something special. If you want the bad ending for Solaire, then you don't have to do that. That's typically the ending most people get. But yeah, if you want to save him, if you want to have a good ending, then make sure you have 30 humanity in your inventory. Alright, here we go. Demon Ruins time. There's a bonfire right here. This isn't one you can teleport to, though, so that's why I didn't come here before. It's the Daughter of Chaos one that is the important one to grab. Alright, so again, with these egg boys, just don't even bother hitting them because the enemies that sprout out of them are just obnoxious, and they're not aggro towards you anyway, so whatever. Okay, so as you look down in that area, it's just a big old pool of lava. If we try to traverse through that, we will die immediately. Well, not immediately, but really fast. So what we're going to do instead is come down here, and there's a fog gate over there. Now, between the Demon Ruins and the Lost Isolith, there are a total of 4 bosses. There's so many bosses in this area, and the depressing thing is they all suck. Just being flat out honest, these are definitely like the bottom 4 of the bosses in this game. They're all terrible. But we're going to face our first one here with the Ceaseless Discharge. Very long arena that we need to walk through. When you first come up to Ceaseless Discharge, he's not going to be aggro towards you. Just going to sit there and look at you. So there he is. I think technically he is the largest boss in the game, just based off of like a size standpoint. The lore for this guy is super miserable too. He's just in eternal pain, and yeah, it's bad time. Definitely recommend watching Vati's Prepare to Cry about the Demon Ruins and Isolith, because this area had so much potential to be so cool, but again, rush development kind of killed it, and yeah, it's a bummer. Okay, as we pick up this item, it is gonna start the boss fight. This is, from what I understand from the lore, this is Ceaseless Discharge's sister. So when we loot her corpse, he's not going to be happy. Alright, so this boss is a joke. Ouch, I say that as I get hit. He's very slow. His attacks are pretty predictable. What you have to do, if you don't want to just like hit him from range the whole time, you just have to bait out these slam attacks that he does, and then just go to town while it's just sitting there. There's a cheese with this boss you can do by going all the way back to the fog gate and causing him to just fall off the map. But this guy's so easy that, you know, who cares? So he's always going to hit with this bone-looking thing, or he'll slam with his other arm. Either way, they both basically do the same thing, and they're fairly easy to avoid. Unless if he does the other arm, by chance. Go. Ooh, double slammies. Ouch. And there we go. Ceaseless Discharge. Alright, now by killing him, cutscene's going to play here, where that lava that we saw before is going to drain away. And so now we're able to traverse through that area. We're going to go ahead and use that homeward bone so I don't have to run all the way back. Might as well, since it gives you one. Alright, continuing on. Now, throughout the Demon Ruins, there's a bunch of Taurus demons and Capra demons that are just kind of copied and pasted throughout the area. You can look over there, you can see there's like, what is that, 7 Taurus demons? Friggin' joke. There is an item over there you can grab, but you have to cross through the lava. And since we don't have the ring that lets us cross lava without taking like a ton of damage, we're not going to do that yet. In fact, I might not even go back there at all, but just be aware, once you get that ring, then you can come back here and get those items fairly easily once you get past those Taurus demons. All right, up here is a Capra demon. Grab the soul of a proud knight. These guys are a joke when you're not in a tiny room with dogs, like the boss version. Alright, now as we come up here, you'll see a bunch more Capra demons on this top level. You also have the option to just drop straight down onto there. That's typically what I do on a casual playthrough, but we'll go ahead and kill all these Capras, because why not? They're a freaking joke. Come on. Boom. Nice and easy. Alright, down these stairs we'll meet a new enemy. I think they're called stone demons or something like that. If you've played Dark Souls 3, you'll recognize these guys. We can come here and grab this item, and you get a preview into one of the future bosses that we'll be fighting. This is the Centipede Demon, just chilling on the wall right here. Pretty creepy. When you first time I played this game, I just thought it was like some kind of decoration on the wall. Didn't really think much of it. It wasn't until later that I realized it was the boss for a little bit later on. Alright, these little centipede things sprouting through the wall, they suck. I don't like fighting these things. You can see there's a bonfire right underneath them. The only saving grace of these things is that they don't respawn. So once you kill it, it's gone, and we have a new bonfire to be able to use. So that is super nice. Let's level up real quick. Alright, a few more stone demons to put down here. As you get to the bottom of these stairs, another centipede thing is going to sprout from the wall. So just beware. And this Taurus demon is going to come up and mess with us. They've got a little bit more health than the Capras, but they're still pretty much a joke. These centipedes do have a gnarly grab attack that you definitely want to avoid. Oh, come on. Bad attack. Oh, jeez, dude. You know what? It's not even worth it. I don't want to fight him. Heck off. Alright. A couple more Taurus demons over here. Be careful, as this edge can be a little precarious. If you get hit once by the Taurus demon, you're probably getting flung off. Alright, now at the end of this hallway is a chest, and I'm trying to remember, I think it might be like a Titanite slab of some kind, I can't remember. But as you pass by, a bunch of these centipede things are going to sprout from the ceiling, and you just have to deal with them on your way back, which is just so annoying. Oh, it's Ember, that's right, the large flame Ember. This is one you can take to, oh gosh, I forgot his name, the skeleton Vamos. You can take that to Vamos, the blacksmith in the catacombs. For fire infusions on weapons. Alrighty. Screw you. Alright, up here, a couple more stone demons. As we come over to the right, there's another Capra. Soul of a brave warrior. Oh, hello. Where did you come from? Yeah, perfect. Okay. We've now made it to the next boss. If you didn't get tired of fighting the Asylum Demon and the Stray Demon, well, get ready, because it's Stray Demon again, but fiery. Woohoo! Demon Firesage. Literally just a copy and paste of Stray Demon, but he's fiery now. So dumb. Again, the rush development is just such a bummer, because I think they could have done so many cool things with this area and Lost Izalith. Stop trying to back up, you idiot. Oh, that is very bad. We gotta run. So he's just the same as like Stray Demon. You just want to try to stay behind him as much as you can to avoid any AoE attacks. This room is just so much more narrow that he likes to get up on against those walls and just make your life just annoying. Whoop! Right, get over here, dude. Whoop! Oh, the double slam. I was not ready for that. He's not doing his AoEs a lot, which is great. Makes this fight much quicker. And there you go. Demon Firesage. What a poopy boss. Unfortunately, not the worst one in this area, though. that's for sure. Okay. Couple things we can do now. So coming up here to the left, there's a staircase with a few stone demons to take care of. I think they're sneaky, just hiding out in the corner here. Alright, now as you get to the top of these stairs, there's going to be a shortcut. Elevator. Can't remember if there's any items on the sides here. Yeah, no. Step on this. Elevator goes all the way up, and this takes you back to Quiolana's bonfire. Boom! Right there. Nice and easy. So if you want to use that as your primary bonfire to get back down below, definitely a great option. Alright. We'll take some fall damage here, no big deal. Alright, now before we progress onward through the level, we're going to come over here first, because this is where we're going to reap the rewards of spending those 30 humanity with Quiolana's Covenant. Jump over here so we can grab this item first. Oop, there you are. Okay. Now the bummer about getting that one is you do have to make a precarious fall here. Take a little bit of fall damage, no big deal. Alright, and then if I remember right, there's nothing over there. Yeah. Okay, so up here you'll see these pillars at the end of the hallway, and you'll also see these chaos bugs. We're going to kill every single one of these. And as we approach the door, there will be a prompt that says, touch door. And these pillars will fall down, letting us progress through. And we want to make sure to kill every single one of these things. Let's see if we can get the crystal lizard. Nice. And dead. Beautiful. Down that hallway you'll see a Titanite Demon. You can technically progress all the way through to the end of Lost Izalith by going that way. You can skip a boss. If you don't want to fight Centipede Demon, then that's an option for you. You can just go this way instead. But again, you need that 30 humanity, so just a heads up on that. If you came up to this door without ranking up, there won't be a prompt at all, and you won't be able to get through. Sunlight Maggot. Alright, so the reason we're doing that is, again, we want the good ending for Solaire's quest line. If we don't do that, he'll go searching for his son, quote unquote, and he'll come across the maggots, and they will basically infect him, and he'll be aggroed when we find him, and we have to put him out of his misery. So pretty sad. However, if you do go that route, you do get his armor once you kill him, and his armor is pretty iconic. So if you do want his armor set, well, you're gonna have to kill him. But I like Solaire too much to put him down like that. I'm not heartless. Okay, now we didn't rest back at Quiolana's bonfire because, as cool as that shortcut is, it is somewhat pointless because there's a bonfire right here. So we'll go ahead and rest at this one, level up, and make our way down. There's an item you can drop off to right here. Soul of a Brave Warrior. Alright, and then same thing as that other room. We'll just need to Drop down here. And I believe there is an item over here if I remember right. Nope, apparently I don't remember right. I always think that there is something. I don't know why I never remember that there isn't. Alright, in this next room is the Centipede Demon boss fight. As we enter, a cutscene is going to play, showing it dropping down from that area from before that we saw it hanging on the wall. So, big old camera pan. Whoop! There he is, wakes up, drops down. Now, again, with this lava, you don't want to walk in it because you will die so fast. So the trick is to get the boss onto some solid ground. Sick. So that we can properly fight it. Sometimes it just likes to do this, though, over and over again. Centipede Demon's tail can be cut. Oh! Did not realize that was the grab. There is a cheese involving Centipede Demon's grab, similar to Ceaseless Discharge, where it will just fall out of the map. Alright, but now that's on solid ground, we can get underneath it, get some attacks in. It's going to do its jump attack quite a bit now. Oh, you see that we barely stepped in the lava and took just damage so quickly. Now, let's see if we can get around to its tail and cut it. Perfect. And we get the orange charred ring. So that's the ring that lets you walk through lava while taking less damage. So, very, very important item for this area. And boom, there's Centipede Demon. If you're watching this after Elden Ring Night Rain has come out, well, you get an opportunity to fight him in there too. Alright. Only problem is, since we have to put on that orange charred ring and we don't want the FAP ring to break, we're going to have to switch around some of our armor so that we're not moving super slow. But we'll just put on what we had on before. Let's see if that's enough. Beautiful. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So now you can see as we walk through, you still take damage, but it is very minimal in comparison. Item over here that we can grab real quick. Two green titanite shards, very nice. And we have made it to our next bonfire, and it is our bestest boy, Solaire. Alright, and there we go. Okay. Well, that's it for the Demon Ruins, so 3 bosses in total. We also checked out Ash Lake, so hopefully if you're watching this video, you enjoyed it, and you got to explore all kinds of new things, and were able to receive some good information from this walkthrough as a whole. As always, please like and subscribe if you can. It goes a long way. But next episode we'll be continuing on through Lost Isleth. It's not by any means like a huge area, but there are some things, some important things that we'll want to do there. Before we continue on all the way through it, we are going to do a little bit of backtracking to progress Siegmeyer's quest. Because we do want to meet another NPC that's going to help us along with that, and the second to last part of his quest is in Lost Isleth itself, so we'll be doing a little bit of that before we continue on. But yeah, so like I said, if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and if you are continuing on with this walkthrough, we will see you next episode for Lost Isleth.